When you experience a medical emergency, you expect to be treated by a licensed physician with expertise in your condition. But what happens when you look up from your hospital gurney to find that the doctor has been replaced by a non-physician practitioner with just a fraction of the training and experience? This scenario, which is becoming an increasingly frequent reality in American healthcare, was the focus of Patients at Risk, the Rise of the Nurse Practitioner and Physician Assistant in Healthcare, the first, and so far the only book, to focus on a silent but deadly patient safety issue that has been virtually ignored by health policy analysts. Patients at Risk was released in the fall of 2020 to a firestorm of controversy, including condemnation from nurse practitioner and physician assistant advocacy groups, who accused the authors of peddling conspiracy theories and attacking colleagues. Within weeks of its publication, Mary Mundinger, the veritable godmother of nurse practitioner expansion rights, wrote a letter to the Wall Street Journal rejecting the book's premise that there is a lack of scientific research on independently practicing non-physicians. Mundinger pointed to research that she published in 2000 as proof, insisting that nurse practitioners in her study were practicing independently. To respond to these criticisms directly, co-authors Naran Alajba and Rebekah Bernard created a podcast series. Its seminal episode, There's Something About Mary, detailed evidence repudiating Mundinger's Wall Street Journal argument, including new revelations obtained from the nurse researcher's memoir and YouTube video recordings that proved significant physician involvement and oversight throughout the study. With a rapid accumulation of new data on non-physician practitioner care, the Patients at Risk podcast aired 72 episodes over the next 2 years, featuring physicians, research analysts, healthcare advocates, journalists, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, attorneys, and most importantly, patients. This book, a sequel to Patients at Risk, incorporates new information gleaned from these podcast recordings and is shared in narrative format to engage the reader. But do not be fooled by the anecdotal nature of these stories. They are factual and they are backed by data. The goal of this book is simple: to provide insight into the current workings of the healthcare system so that patients can empower themselves to ensure that they receive the best healthcare. To be clear, optimal healthcare can indeed include care provided by non-physician practitioners. Nurse practitioners and physician assistants are critical members of the medical team, and studies have shown over and over that when they work closely together with physicians, patients receive outstanding health care. However, when physicians are removed from the equation altogether, all bets are off. And that's exactly what this book will show.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.